Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Today, I want to talk about something I'm sure all of you have already heard about, the shooting in Sacramento, California. In fact, some of you might have watched my video yesterday where I pointed out it is far less a mass shooting and more of just a gun battle. Actually, it's more likely a gang battle than it is a mass shooting, or at least what people would traditionally think of as a mass shooting, where one or a couple of people show up with the intent of doing harm to innocent people. This seems more like two different groups got mad at each other, started fighting, and then started shooting at each other. Possibly gang members. But we don't know that yet. Hopefully we'll know soon. But we do know some things. We know one thing is that politicians haven't let this go, this opportunity to get on their soapbox and preach for gun control. Even though usually when they do this, it's very dishonest because the things they say we should do wouldn't have stopped the event they're talking about. And after what happened in Sacramento, we've had Newsom and Biden on their soapboxes. We need more gun control. We have to do something. Prayers do nothing. That's their new catchphrase now. We need more than prayers. Prayers do nothing. We need to take action. That's their thing. But like I said, are they being dishonest doing that? Because do they really think it would stop the crimes, or do they have another agenda? Well, let's look at the things Biden's calling for and see if they would stop that incident. First thing he called for was banning ghost guns. Well, would banning ghost guns have stopped that? I don't think there were any ghost guns involved, at least not that we know of yet. So if he's saying that there was, it's information no one else has yet, including the police apparently. Because now this might change by the time you watch this video, but as of right now, there's only been 2 guns recovered. One was recovered at the scene, and one was from one of the people they've been looking for. They found one guy, and they have his gun. The gun at the scene was a stolen gun. Can't be a ghost gun if they know that because it wouldn't have a serial number. And the gun from the guy they caught, they just say he was in illegal possession of the gun, which would not tell you it's a ghost gun. I mean, I guess it could be, but if it was, I think they'd have said it. So right now, there's no evidence that ghost guns were even involved. So that wouldn't have stopped the problem. Plus, here's another thing about ghost guns. You have to be legally able to own a gun to legally make them. So if you're illegal, then you're not following the law. So I guess making the law stricter is not going to make people follow it. If people don't follow the law, they're not going to follow the law, period. So banning ghost guns, as of right now, doesn't look like it would have done anything to stop this. So that's a bit dishonest. You either got to be stupid or dishonest, one or the other. And so you decide, is Joe Biden, is he a stupid or is he just dishonest, a lying politician? The second thing he asked for was universal background checks. Well, for one, universal background checks already exist in the state of California. They have very strict gun laws in the state of California, and one of them is that you can't buy guns from private individuals. So this is a law that's already in place there. And it's not stopping anybody from getting guns. And if they're going across state lines and buying guns, well, then they're buying guns from people that are willing to break the law. So do you think those people that are willing to break the law and sell to somebody from out of state would not be willing to do that if they had universal background checks in their state? They already breaking the law selling to someone from out of state. And I'm sure they asked for an ID. So a universal background checks will stop it? I don't think so, because like I said, they have them there in that state. People are still getting guns because other people are willing to break the law, so isn't going to solve the problem. So that's another stupid thing. It's either stupid or dishonest to pretend it's going to solve the problem. The other thing Biden asked for was an assault weapons ban, a national assault weapons ban. Assault weapons weren't used in this, or what you call assault weapons. There wasn't even any rifles used that we know of. Especially not select fire rifles, not even semi-automatic rifles. So once again, totally off topic, has nothing to do with what happened. Really seldom has anything to do with real gun violence in this country. Rifles, long guns are not the problem. Handguns are the problem if you want to actually save people's lives. And it's not the guns that are the problem. It's the people that decide to kill people with them. So since they're not involved in this, I think that that's kind of a red herring there to say, well, that's what we need to stop stuff like this. That's, again, either dishonest or stupid. The other thing he called for was a high-capacity magazine ban. Now, would that have solved the problem? I think California already has a high capacity magazine ban. And once again, high capacity, what they determine is high capacity, which is really standard capacity. That law already exists in California. Didn't stop what happened. Now, I'm not saying that those people all there had standard capacity magazines or high capacity magazines. They might have just had 10 rounders for all I know. But let's just say this, 70 something rounds were fired in, less than a minute. So I doubt they were shooting 10 rounders. So obviously they can get them even though they're illegal. And if they're just using 10 rounders, it just goes to show you 10 rounders don't stop nobody. Someone could have easily shot 10 rounds, reloaded another one, shot another 10 rounds. So once again, suggesting that would have solved the issue or stopped this event, totally disingenuous. So you're either being dishonest or you're stupid, one or the other. Now, when you see the last thing he called for, I think that's the giveaway. That lets you know whether they're stupid or dishonest. The final thing he calls for is we need more money to hire more police. There were police pretty much on the scene there. Didn't stop the issue. In fact, when they got there, they had no clue what was going on. They were like a minute away. So the chances of having police everywhere all the time is not likely, but in this case, police were very close and didn't stop the issue. Plus, here's the thing. The reason they want more police is because they want people to surrender their rights to authority. They want a larger private standing army on the streets. And every chance they get the call for that, they use it. Because that's their real goal. To have a larger, armed, overwhelming presence to control the populace. Because that's what police departments have become. They've become little state and national armies that control the free thinkers, those radicals. So that's their real goal. It's not that they're stupid. Someone like Joe Biden doesn't stay around till he's 100 like this by being completely stupid. I think we underestimate our opponents when we pretend they're stupid. Nancy Pelosi's not stupid. What's his face? The other guy, the old guy that runs the Senate. He's not stupid. And of course Mitch McConnell, he's not stupid. None of these people are stupid. They just have an agenda, and that is to disarm us and to create a private army, a standing army that can control us once we're disarmed. So this thing right here suits both those goals. Passing stricter gun laws, restricting access to certain firearms, making it harder for people to be armed, and then increasing the police presence. How many police do we want? One on every corner, watching everything you do? Or do you want one looking in the windows so you don't pull the tags off of pillows or mattresses? That's kind of, I think, what they want. But that right there, that shows you their real agenda. It's two things. Disarm the people, create a private standing army that answers only to them. They're not stupid. They know when they get on that stage and go, we need gun control to stop this. They know none of the laws that they have stopped it. All the laws they're calling for pretty much exist in California. If they were honest and didn't have an agenda, they would just say, this shooting here, this gang battle, or at least gun battle, is a perfect example of why gun laws don't work. Because this shouldn't have been possible here. So far, everyone they know of that was involved in it, the ones that have been arrested and the gun that was left there on the scene, are not legally owned. Someone broke the law to get them. And the people involved so far, the one we know, couldn't legally have guns, but yet somehow a bunch of them had them. All that shows is the laws don't work. All the laws you're calling for are already pretty much in place in California, and they're not stopping anything. And I know people love to use that, well, they'll just go to another state and get it. Well, it's illegal for them to go to another state and get it. It's illegal in that state for that state to sell it to them. So if someone in that state is selling it to them, it's because they're willing to break the law. They're a criminal. They're not going to stop being criminals because of more laws. So it's ridiculous. Like I said, this has nothing to do with stopping violence. It has nothing to do with making people safer or saving lives. It has to do with disarming the people and increasing the militarized police presence on the streets so that the politicians and the billionaires that control them have complete control of anyone that would think anything different than they want them to. All right, everybody, that's it for me today. I'm sorry I went long, but I get worked up on these topics because I really think it's gross that these politicians are willing to just go out there and lie for their agenda. I think it's disgusting. It looks bad on them. It means that they think we're stupid. And I just can't stand it. In fact, I would find it less gross and more reassuring if Biden had just gone on stage and picked his nose for 10 minutes instead of telling the bullshit lies again and again. So I get a little worked up, go a little long. I'm sorry. But I'm still glad you came. I hope you come again tomorrow. And until then, I just want to say to everyone out there, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again. So it looks like that doesn't factor in at all right now. The other thing he called for, wait, I wrote this down. But then you get these people like Newsom. Fuck, I'm just totally off track. No, it wouldn't have. And I'm all fucked up now because I don't know where I'm at. Multiple people shooting at other people. Fuck! God damn it. This is going to take like 50 times. I don't know, like 20 now? First off, the thing Biden asked for the most was, motherfucker! God damn it!